Hello everybody. Hello. Guys, this is Milo. Milo's sad because my aunt and cousin have left the house. So, as you can see, I'm in different surroundings today. But the content must go on. Yo. I can hear bees like hectic. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my new do. These are Goddess box braids, and this is going to be my protective style for a couple of weeks. And I just want to talk about my experience, how I'll be maintaining the hair, and just like general things that you need to be wary of when you're doing a protective style. I went to Rain Debut, that is the old Shush Beauty, and yeah, I was just like feeling like I wanted to do something a little bit different. I haven't done full-scale braids in years. To be honest, I think the last time I did like full-scale, like my entire head braids and not crochet and not half and half, was when I was relaxing my hair and when I was texlaxing, like those days. So that was probably 3-4 years ago. And the main reason was, one, like I hate sitting. I hate sitting so much. And also because with certain braid styles, your hair will pop out of the braids. So I have been a bit weary about doing braids, but I was like, you know what, why not? And obviously now I've got a few things that will help maintain the hair, and I've learned some tips and tricks, just monitoring how other people look after their braids. So I'm going to show you what I'll be doing, and hopefully that will help you when you're doing braids next time. So actually, let me just open these up so you guys can see what they look like. They're not painful at all, and that's what I really loved about installing these. So these were done, the technique that was used, what is it called again? Knotless braids. So see, hope you can see there. And the great thing about knotless braids is that if you're getting if it's being done by somebody who's trained and really understands like how to install hair, it really is not painful at all. So the install, I think, was relatively quick. I got there at around 9:30, did a wash, did a treatment, detangle, all those things, and they're very meticulous about that whole process. Thankfully my hair wasn't in too much of a state, so all those steps didn't take too long. And yeah, she blow dried on a low heat and did the install. And as I said, like if they're installing and they know what they're doing, it shouldn't hurt. And if it does hurt, I'll keep telling you guys this. Please speak up, because I know we sit there and we suffer in silence, you know. And your braids shouldn't hurt when you install. They shouldn't hurt the night of. It should be comfortable, you know. So I made sure that that was not the case. And also when they were installing in the front, I always touch the braid so that it's not too much tugging, you know, because that's the reality. Like when they're doing the braid and they're like moving towards the end, they will pull. So just be wary of that when your hair is being installed. I obviously, as I normally do, I did a protein treatment. I do a protein treatment specifically if there's going to be heat used on my hair, as well as before protective style, because yeah, I just want my hair to be really protected since it's going to be exposed to things that it's not used to. And yeah, they just like put great stuff on my hair. So like as normal, I always put like a butter on my hair before I braid it. So all those things so that my hair is well taken care of and is protected in my protective style. Maintenance. I will be sleeping in a bonnet every night. And the reason for this is, if you guys see, so I've got, as I mentioned, it's Goddess, what is it? It's Goddess box braids, and it's got this hair here. Okay. Yeah, it's got this hair, and this hair after some time will look raggedy, you know, depending on what they used. So for me, and what they normally do at Rain is that they will give you options of what type of hair you want to stick out, right? So depending on what you choose, it will cost a little bit more. So mine is like a Brazilian hair fiber, so that like my hair does not look raggedy after like too quickly, or after like a week or so, because what often happens, hair fiber, it will start matting, you know, and I do not want that, so they recommended we install it that way. So that's something to be aware of with any kind of Goddess locks, because I will be washing my hair while my hair is in braids, so I don't want a surprise day when I'm washing it and then all of a sudden I've got many dreadlocks. So so that for me was a really great option. And so I'll be sleeping, as I said, in a bonnet, or I'll be sleeping on a pillow, but I think a bonnet will be more successful in maintaining the look of my braids. And yeah, to be honest, like I'm still like getting used to like the feeling of this hair on my neck. I'm not used to it because my afro hair is like floating like a cloud on my head, but sleeping with a bonnet I think makes things so much easier, because I can't be here having fights with my hair while I'm sleeping, you know. I'm really a light sleeper, so a bonnet for me is a great option to just keep the hair out of my face and not irritating me, because often like sometimes when I sleep, like if I feel like my afro on my arm, it feels like a spider or something coming at me. So I normally like just I try to keep my hair tucked away as much as possible, just to prevent any of those strange occurrences, you know. And I really love that. I love doing like high poofs, so I think for me that's why I really wanted to do something that was just like a whole head of braids, as opposed to doing like, you know, half up, half down type vibes. So I'm gonna be enjoying doing my hair like this. And one thing to be very aware of when you've got a protective style is that your hair still needs to be nourished in the protective style. You still got to be like giving it the exposure to water, sprays, cleansing your hair and scalp. So what I'll be doing is I'll be spraying with some water quite regularly. Ooh, I just sprayed my face. I'll be spraying with water quite regularly. I really love this misting spray. So yeah, there's just water in here. You can also put in oils, but ordinarily I just like water direct. And then what I'll do is I'll use Braid Spray. So this one is from ORS. It's with black castor oil, and I'll be spraying this on the braids and not towards my scalp. For an itchy scalp, I actually don't have the product here. There is the Dark and Lovely anti-itch. It's got like this amazing, I love that product so much. I'll put a picture of it up. So I'll be using that on my scalp, and then sometimes I'll be using this spray bottle with a bit of tea tree oil. And the tea tree oil is to kill the bacteria that might be living on my scalp, and just giving my hair, my scalp a great playground, just so that I'm not stunting any growth while my hair is in a protective style. Because some people, if you've noticed, you might have noticed on yourself that when you have a protective style, there's no growth. You know, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm putting my hair under wraps, but there's no growth, because you're not looking after your hair. So when you're taking off the braids, your hair is breaking off, or your scalp is just being neglected. So that's why I'll still be cleansing my hair, but I won't be cleansing as regularly. I'll probably cleanse every 10 to 14 days, and I'll keep the braids in for about 4 weeks, maybe maximum 6, but to be honest, it'll probably be 4. And I'm sure you're wondering now, Okay, so if you're going to be washing your hair, obviously your hair's going to pop out, you know, because my hair is afro. So styling mousse. So this is a styling and setting mousse. It is an anti-frizz, it has an anti-frizz formulation. So I'm going to be trying this out. They normally use a mousse on your hair after you've styled it. So, and yeah, I've just seen a lot of people utilizing a mousse and then going in with their bonnet after they wash their hair, just so that they can like lay down the hair and then they'll kind of smooth it over with their bonnet. So I'm just going to show you how I normally wear my bonnet. So the way this is designed is I wouldn't sleep with it up top. I would just tie it up here and then I'd let it hang. But to make sure that my bonnet stays on while I'm sleeping, because I don't want my bonnet to be a runner or a track star. So yeah, you see I do a double wrap and then I'll just tie it up and it stays put the entire night. So you can either tie it up on top like that, or I normally just like let it hang, because yeah, I'm comfortable with that. And yeah guys, when you are using a protective style, or when your hair is in a protective style, very important to maintain your hair under the braids. And also when you're tying up your hair, because you don't want to give or put your hairline under any kind of distress. So when I tie up my hair, I always release it a bit like this, so that it's not getting yanked. Otherwise you'll start seeing those white bulbs, and it will come inherently because your hair does shed, but it shouldn't be too many, you know, and it shouldn't be like a whole white hemisphere forming around your head. So I always make sure that when I'm tying up my hair, I release it a bit, and then as I said, I'll be spraying with Braid Spray, spraying with water. And on my hairline specifically, I'll use some of my favorite oils, but very light oils. I'm not going to be using like castor oils or oil that will weigh down my hair, because already I've got the braids, and the braids will weigh down my hair naturally. So just less is more. I won't be styling my hair a lot. I mean, this is generally my go-to, or I'll leave it loose if I'm wearing a t-shirt so that it doesn't irritate my back and neck. But yeah guys, like protective styles can be a trap. The way you install them, what you're doing before you install them. So doing a protein treatment beforehand, stretching with a twist out, or stretching with low heat with a blow dryer. Like those things are probably like advised. That's what I normally do. And then when you're installing, make sure that there's no tugging, there's no pulling, that it's not too tight on your head. And then, you know, when you've got your style, make sure you're not pulling your hair when you're styling your hair. You're still hydrating your hair, you're still moisturizing with a braid spray, you're still giving your hair exposure to some of those great oils with a spray bottle, and sleeping with a bonnet preferable, and will maintain the style, will keep your style looking much neater. And like wash your braids, wash your hair. Your scalp needs it, your hair will smell fresher. And yeah, I mean, those are the things that I'll be doing while I'm rocking this style. And honestly, like I love it because it's also it's so light. Like I'm not, you know, I think that's also why I'm quite apprehensive about doing box braids again, just in general. But these are really great, really light. The fiber that was used, I think, is Expression. I think she used color 1. And yeah guys, like give it a try. I think it's highly recommended. I think this is like in my top 2 now, top 5 of protective styles. I love me my wigs, I love me my faux locks, and I think we might have found an alternative here. So yeah, if you do give this look a try, I'd recommend you going to Ren, and yeah, they just follow them on Instagram and all of those. And yeah guys, I will keep you updated on how I'm going through this month with my protective style. And yeah, just let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks again for watching.